So we've got everything open. Here ProPresenter has loaded. Now, something I just noticed real quick is I like to flip between my applications by holding the command and then tapping the tab button. And I'm still holding the command button. And I'll let you cycle through the programs you have open. And I thought it was interesting is I was trying to go back to Safari and then nothing happened. And I just remembered that on a Mac, if you minimize Safari, supposedly Safari is what's actually open right now, but I don't see anything, and that's because it's down here. Now, once that's open, Alt-Tab, back to ProPresenter, back to Safari, back to ProPresenter. It makes it very quick to switch back and forth. Now, I wanted to go to this. It's Revelation 18. Now, this is a work in the progress at the time of this recording, but right now I've taken everything I want a slide made out of. Right now, there's nothing on here that we do not want made into a slide. So I'm going to go like that. There's one space in between each thing. That's important. If you have extra spaces, they're just going to make a bunch of extra slides you're going to have to delete later. So at this point, I'm going to hit Command A, which highlights everything. And then I'm going to say Command C. Now what I just did was the same as saying Edit, select all, and then Edit, copy. Now I'm going to Command Tab, back to ProPresenter. I'm going to say File, Import, Import text from your clipboard. So what you just copied. Now, you want to make sure this is set to line break. I don't think I ever have it set on paragraph break. I don't think this 4 delimiters per slide matters much for sermon slides. Category. Well, we might as well put this as sermon slides category. And the template is the sermon template. So make sure that template is selected. Now, it'll add this to the current playlist, which is our Sunday morning playlist we currently have up. But say import. Now here we go. So it just titles it the first word. So the first slide is Move from the Midst. And so this is titled Move from the Midst of Babylon. I don't care if it gets a new title, but you could always title it, you know, Revelation chapter 19 verses 1 through 10 or something if that's what the text was for the day. Now these look pretty good. Right off the bat, I know I can delete some extra slides. So I can right click and go delete on that guy. But on some slides, we will want blank slides that have the background for Revelation. So if I go to my images, I won't be in the sermon pics. Now I gotta remember where it's at. Pictures, random graphics. I didn't prepare for this. Oh no. So here is random graphics. Now these are lots of random graphics that are not necessarily even used for Sunday mornings. They've been for a variety of things. Downloads. Did I download it? Here's a bunch of pictures. But do we see the Revelation picture? Well, I don't want to waste my time. More importantly, I don't want to waste your time. So maybe I will just wait. Alphabetical order here. Remain. Nope, I don't see anything called Revelation. Interesting. Well, I will have to figure out where this is. Oh, the pictures I'm making. So either way, let's just pretend that this is it. I'm going to take this one right here and stick it right there. There we go. There's my Revelation background. Because really, any sermon, it doesn't matter. We'll be off of Revelation before you listen to this probably. So now I've got one slide here that has the background. If I click on that, though, we got that. Sermon. Now right now, it's putting the text over that background, which actually with that background, it looks just fine. But with a normal background, it wouldn't. So one thing you can do is start by taking all these guys. I'm going to hold that command key and just drag it, highlight all these bad boys, right click, add a cue, add a clear action, clear background. Now, anytime you click on one of these slides, it'll turn off the picture in the background. Otherwise, if we had a bright background like the Revelation, put this winter retreat one up there, then you can read a thing. If I had that up there and I remove that cue, now when I click on this, click here first, click there, you know, it'd have this Malachi over the winter retreat. So we don't want that. We want to have a cue to clear the background. So I brought the stuff in. I've added the cues. Now I'm going to edit, because some of these guys, all the text doesn't fit on there. So I'm going to right click on it. Now whether I right click it down here where it says move from, or I go back to where it was on here, or I just lost it. But right there we have it. Right click, reflow. So this is just like reflowing a song, if you've ever reflowed a song, but I can see here all that text fits. So we're good. Fits, fits, doesn't fit. Here's the therefore. So first off, I'm gonna move that up to the top. Then you basically should just look for a natural break. Who committed to riches. So I wonder if I cut this in half by saying insert slide break. Will that fit? So looking over here, it's your own. Man, that just barely fits. Kind of cuts off the G right there. That I think would suffice. But let's say we didn't want to do it that way. I could have done a break right here. And then I could have done a break. No one can serve two masters. Break. That looks a little better. Here, here, here. This one fits, 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 fits. That one doesn't fit. So I'd go down to the you can't live off of, okay. Right here, insert a slide break. Now it's on 2 slides. Now we're golden. So I can exit out of here. Now, I've got all these guys up. Just a little bit more formatting to do. So I'm going to copy this slide. Copy. And I'm actually going to go here. I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to click on this slide. I'm going to paste it. Click on the next slide. And I'm going to paste it. And so once this is all said and done, what we're doing, and actually I think I can click here and say Control V. Oh, nope, Control V stuck it there. Yep, Control V just sticks it at the end. So that doesn't work, nor does hitting the delete button. I guess I could actually pick this guy up and move him if I wanted to, right? There. Why we do this is just so that I can easily move through all of the sermon, click on my notes, click on the background. My notes, the background. All right, the last thing we could have done, this doesn't really matter the order. If I flip back over here and look, I didn't really do it in this text, but let's just pretend here, how did Israel tithe? Well, maybe I had wanted this to be bolded and underlined. What I found out is that it does not bold and underline when you copy things over. For instance, the word love was bold and underlined, but it didn't make it bold and underlined. And that one I actually didn't care that it was bold and underlined. But what if we wanted this? Oh, and also, give or take, if there's bullets, anytime there's bullets, I want them to come in 1 bullet at a time. So here's all you need to do. Right click on this slide, click edit. Whole lot of editing features in here. But if you're on this text, you got to be on the text tab. Text reveal, just click bullet list. And I can scroll down here, find this one, where it's these lists, bullet list. And let's just go like this. I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to bold it. Oh, it's already bolded, but I'm going to underline it. Exit out. Now when I click on it, you just get the first part, then the next, then the next, then the next. So again, this is if I had not done it, it would just pull it all together. But right here, you know, how did Israel tithe? Well, there was 10%, 10%, and 10% every 3 years. So there you go. So now it's how to make a bulleted list, how to bring everything in. Again, we would have added the background slide after every slide. For some reason, if I wanted back-to-back slides with no break in the middle, I'll come up with a way to tell you. We don't have a system for that yet, but maybe we'll edit this later and have a system. But there is the sermon slides. They're done. And the sermon slides come after prayer, so I could actually move these guys up where it says Revelation. And then I'd have my new sermon slides right there. There's sermon slides for you.